Things that you hate to see, I'm sure you're hating to see, is switching over to the NFL. Your boy Stephon Gilmore not showing up to minicamp. The 31-year-old quarterback's on the final year of his deal with the team, and sounds like he is not happy with his current situation. He's got dudes like DeAndre Hopkins posting on Instagram trying to recruit him over to the Cardinals. This man, DeAndre Hopkins, has tried to recruit every single free agent. This man always has a post with somebody talking about, come on over, man, and it'll be a good time. Dude, he's the best thing that ever could have happened to him was getting traded for a second-round pick. This man has been thriving in life ever since then. But yeah, but the moral of the story, Stephon Gilmore not too happy with the Patriots. I don't know if he just wanted more money, just flat out didn't want to be at the team. But the Patriots are going to have to figure something out as he is not showing up to camp. Jaguars rookie quarterback Trevor Lawrence, he is currently unable to go 100% at practice. He did have surgery on his non-throwing shoulder, so and they're currently monitoring that, trying to keep him as healthy as possible. For Connor's ex of a team, Donnell Hunter is expected to be at minicamps after he lost part of his season in 2020. He sat out with a herniated disc. So we'll have to see how he will respond to that. And of course, they also signed Sheldon Richardson this past offseason. So
Mizzou made
at least got some help on the defensive line for the Jaguars there. And then one last thing for mini camps. Apparently, Tua is not doing too well. He threw several interceptions during practice. And I don't know if that spiraled to Xavier Howard. He's like, this dude's throwing so many interceptions, I don't even show up to camp. But their star cornerback is also not coming to camp. So I don't know what's going on, but Tua's got to get it together. And they've got to get probably arguably their best defensive player in camp. So maybe some struggles going on in Miami. But I think the main thing, so that's just a little recap what's going on around the NFL. I think the main thing I want to talk about for the NFL is the horrendous, the stupidity, the ridiculousness, the tenacity. Kind of sound like Stephen A. Smith.
The mitigated gall.
The mitigated gall of Le'Veon Bell coming at Big Red. How dare you? What? He should have been what is you doing? But I knew we were going to talk about this. This man came out and said that he wishes that he would never play for Andy Reid ever again and would rather retire than play for the man who's just coached the Kansas City Chiefs to 2 consecutive Super Bowls. Unreal. I've talked enough. I'm going to just let you dissect this. I have nothing to say to this.
This is a classic case of a guy with a huge ego who was at the top of his field. Now he's lower than the plains on the Serengeti in terms of where his career path has taken him. And he's looking for it's like Tyrann Mathieu said on Twitter. He is looking for somebody to blame for him not being successful. And you had a good excuse in New York because you had Adam Gase. You had no offensive line. Becton wasn't there yet. So in New York, you might have had an excuse. You came to Kansas City. He took you to the only Super Bowl you've ever been to. You weren't as good as the rookie running back they had because if you were as good, you would have played. Right, he was hurt. If you were as good, you would have played. It's not that you didn't fit the system. You claimed to be basically a receiver out there anyway, running the routes with the hands and all. That was his big thing before everybody became good at it. And he didn't fit. And that's on him. That's not a system thing. That's on him. If you're better, you would have played. Nobody is more offensively innovative than Andy Reid, who can turn the average player into a good player, can turn good players into great ones. So I have a news flash for Le'Veon Bell. Maybe you're just not good anymore. And I hate to say it, talent goes quick from running backs. It's not like other positions. You can be great 1 year as a running back. All of a sudden, you're on, look at this, another downhill slope by me.
Todd Gurley.
Exactly. Look at where Todd Gurley was at. Todd Gurley was, I think he was getting MVP votes, right? like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Man, and this man now is sort of an afterthought on a Falcons offense.
He's not on the Falcons. He's unemployed. He's not on the Falcons.
Oh, he's not even on the Falcons anymore.
They cut him.
Wow. See, I didn't even know that.
He is
because running back is just one of those positions. So for Le'Veon Bell, probably shouldn't have shared it, even if it was true. Even if he said, "Well, I don't want to play for Andy because he didn't play me. He didn't give me the touches." Whatever it was, probably should have kept it to yourself. Huge turnoff, I think, for the other 31 teams as well. I mean, why would they bring this dude into the locker room, especially performing the way you did on teams that had as much talent like Kansas City as they did? You would have liked to show something on the field. Now you're showing even less off of the field. I don't know who signs this dude. Probably somebody desperate like the Lions or something. Have fun up there.
No, they don't need to be doing that. They don't need to be doing that. They have a young running back, and he's actually pretty good. So they need to don't poison that.
Yep, I agree. I don't think anybody should sign him, to be real with you.
Maybe. No, I was just about to say maybe the Eagles because they need help too, but I don't want that. If he's going to be acting like that, I don't want him in the locker room. So, because I still think he has a little in the tank. I mean, he's still pretty good, but yeah, if you're going to be making comments like that, you got to go.
And before we go, Stephon Gilmore, you should definitely, I don't know if you're listening. I highly doubt it. You're going to have everybody calling your phone, hitting your lineup pretty soon. But if this somehow makes it to you, go back to New England. All right. I know it wasn't very fun last year, but we got some guys on offense this year. It's going to be better. Maybe we'll give you some help even on the offensive side of the ball. New England would be fun again. You know, I think it's looking a lot better than it did going into last year. He's in a little bit of a dispute because we paid all the money up front, right? So this year he's only going to make $7 million, and his contract ends. He's going to be 32 years old, and he's saying, you know, I've kind of done a whole lot for this team, and he has great postseason performances, defensive player of the year. He's done a bunch for us. I get it. He wants to get paid. He wants to make sure he gets paid. So I definitely get it because he's not going to be making that much this year. But if he leaves, it will be a very, very sad day for me, as I have sang this man's praises for a very long time now. Really, since day one that he signed with New England, they've probably been tired of me talking about him. And if he leaves to go join Jalen Ramsey, who's been recruiting him on that team, or he leaves to go join, I mean, the Cardinals would be probably the best option. But man, would be a very, very unfortunate day for myself.
Hey, if he wants, the door is always open for New England 2.0, which is Mike Vrabel and company. So,
yeah, well, the last one who went there didn't work out very well for him. So,
but Logan Ryan was great.
Okay, the first one who went there, Malcolm Butler, who's no longer with him.
Oh no, he had to go. But Logan Ryan was fine. I don't know why we didn't want to pay him. I guess he was asking for too much money.
Yeah. So I don't know. And not showing up to minicamps usually over a contract dispute or whatever usually gets settled before the season starts. I think
that man behind me sat out and got it'll be all right.
Right. Yeah, I think
99 sat out and he was just fine.
Yeah. And sitting out the minicamps when you're an established player, top of the top level, I don't think it's going to affect you quite as much as, say, a second-year cornerback sits out asking for more. You know,
right.
That's a bad look. Like when you're at the top of your field, you can kind of get away with some of this stuff. So
3 years in, Zeke did it and got his money.
He did, and I think the Cowboys regret that in hindsight. But well, anybody who's not a Cowboys fan loves it. You say as wearing the stars. But I'm confident that Stephon Gilmore will be on the Patriots week 1. He'll be playing for us. I'm confident he'll be playing well, and we are definitely going to need it.
Yeah.